10 years in the National League, it was more of a fastball league, the National League. The umpires didn't have the inflated chest protector, so they got down over the catcher and maybe a little lower. And I was a down in the strike zone pitcher, sinker ball, slider. When I went to the American League, they had the inflated chest protector. The umpire was more on one knee, standing up a little higher. Didn't call a lot of low pitches. So I had to basically show the umpire, or all the umpires in the American League, that I could pitch down in the strike zone. It took a game or so, but they kind of believed that I could consistently throw balls down in the strike zone and could win in the American League. So that was probably the only other difference. And the DH. The pitcher didn't hit. I came over to the American League in 74. And I think they had started the DH in 73 and 74. And pitcher of my ability just sat on the bench. That's all I did. I could feel my position, make plays, but I didn't go to the plate anymore. The last game in 74, Billy Martin gave me an opportunity to hit. The year I won 25 games. I beat Minnesota. I went 1 for 2 with a single and won the ball game. But that was the last time that I got a chance to put a bat in my hand in the American League, because of the fact that the DH was a little more popular. They had either Alex Johnson or Jeff Burroughs was a DH. And when I was in Boston, they had Jimmy Rice, so he was a pretty good hitter. So I think they sent a better individual to the plate to hit in my position. In '67, when I became a starter, there was 5 other young ball players surrounding me at the time. We only had 2 veterans, Billy Williams, Ron Santo, and Ernie Banks. And Randy Hundley was a rookie, Kenny Holtzman, Bill Hands, Kessinger, and Beckert. Okay. So we all, and Joe Necro, and Rich Nye, we all kind of grew up together. And at the time, we were all 21, 22, 23 years old. And as we started to mature, you could see the ball club was getting better. Under the tutelage of Leo DeRocher, you better get better or you're sent to the minor leagues or traded. Okay. So the first year I won 20 games in '67. In '68, Bill Hands also won 20 games. Kenny Holtzman, I think, won 16 or 17. But in '69, Kenny Holtzman pitched a no-hitter. Bill Hands is winning, I was winning, so was Rich Nye. I think we traded Joe Necro to Houston then. So, you know, we could see everybody was maturing. Kessinger was a better ball player, Beckert, Hundley, Billy was playing well along with Ronnie. So it was a team that was picked to win the division. Unfortunately, we tired after 5.5 months of playing, and the Mets caught us, and they ended up being the best team in the National League, and they ended up winning the World Series. Well, I don't think, in retrospect, a player can think that he's a Hall of Fame player. You play year after year after year, and you get some consistency, and over the long period of your career, the longevity, you put some numbers up, and then you can start thinking that you might have a chance. When I had 250 wins, I started to think that, you know, I've got numbers, but if I can consistently keep playing and maybe get close to 300 wins, this might open the door for me to maybe be a Hall of Famer. I didn't get to the 300, but I got close. I looked at some of the other players I played with and against. The numbers were similar to theirs, played with the consistency and the longevity. So the Hall of Fame was something that I was looking forward to. You have to wait 5 years after you retire, get put on the ballot, and then you hope you get 75% of the vote. The first year, I think being eligible, Johnny Bench and Carl Yastrzemski got voted in the Hall of Fame. The next year, I thought there was a good opportunity, but they took Palmer and Joe Morgan, Jim Palmer. So in '91, Gaylord Perry and I were teammates a couple seasons in Texas. I kind of thought that we might go in together. Excuse me. So when we were getting close to the day when they make all the announcements, Jack Lang had phoned me the day before and said that, Ferguson, you're pretty close. You've got quite a few votes, along with Gaylord and Rod Carew. So I was pretty happy to know that that situation might happen. He told me that if you're going to be home the next day about 5 o'clock, I'm going to be phoning the players that are voted into the Hall of Fame. So I was home fixing supper for the kids, and I was in the kitchen about 4:30, and the phone pretty close to accessible hand reach, so I could get that phone call. At 5 o'clock it didn't happen. At 5 after it didn't happen, and 8 minutes after 5 the phone rang, and it was Jack Lang. He said, "Congratulations, Ferguson, you're in the Hall of Fame."